people, and hence I have come with this determination that I stand for the poorest, I stand for the youth, I stand for the educated ones who are working day and night to make sure that they get good degrees, good higher grades. But after they get their degrees, where do they go? I see no scope whatsoever, and that's where I'm so much pain from inside as a teacher, because I've been seeing it over the years. Over the years, I've expressed it in my articles and so on and so forth. This is where I said that I got down with that hope. I'm not sure how far I'll be able to fulfill. But if people give me a chance, if they elect me as their MP, I will set an example for the entire state that this is how you're supposed to do politics. Politics is a serious business. You don't have to just get excited here and there because you listen to a song or a dance or somebody throw you a party. No. For me, politics, like academics, politics is also a serious business. And I take it with full seriousness. And that's why I'm leaving no stone unturned to try to reach to every nooks and corner. But I think you understand that as an independent candidate, I have my limitations. But I'm sure through your channel, through the media, this message will be passed on to every a free living citizen of this country and free living citizen of this state. Because I worry, and that's what I'm saying. I have two-pronged strategy here when I have decided to fight this election. One is, of course, to bring the all-round development in our state, which has to be through an honest way, whereby people can see what you are doing. Today, if you ask me, my MP, what he has done in the last 15 years, probably none of you will be able to say he has done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nothing. In my time, from day one, like I said, you will find a list of it. You know exactly where things has been done. You can visit and tell me, this estimate is you have made for 10 lakhs, but look like you have spent only 2 lakhs. Then I will be at fault. And that's why I'm saying, because when I write article and when I express myself, I cannot be the one only blaming others. I have to also set an example. And that's what I'm saying. In my regime, if anything that public finds it is not worth the estimate that I have done, you come and tell me, once I'm your MP, that you have eaten public money. And I'm saying it not to just send a wrong message here. I'm saying with full dedication and honesty that I will work like no one else have ever done. And this is what I'm saying. I want to set an example because I have a mission for next 15, 20 years. How exactly it will be panning out, that I will tell maybe after the election. But right now I have set my eyes very straight on the goal that if people put their faith in me, I will be able to do what needs to be done. More important, of course, is because you all know MP's job is in Delhi. Delhi is where you have to decide, because most of the time all the rules, regulations that will be coming and the kind of act and that will be created in the floor of parliament, like we have seen in case of CA. And I have very serious reservation with CA, but it got passed in 2019 and the rules have come out just before election, which have two issues. One, it is eating away all our job prospects. Already this country, this state has poor ratio of job seekers to the jobs that are available. You bring in foreigners from Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh simply because they can say that we have been persecuted by Muslim people in that country. You are allowing influx, and you are saying that they should be the one who have entered, let's say, before 31st of December 2014. What guarantee is there? Because they say you don't need travel document. How do we know somebody has entered yesterday and he certified that he gets a certificate from the country that I have been prosecuted? And he says, in this country, you can get a passport done within no time. Getting a fake ID of Afghanistan, Pakistan or Bangladesh is no big deal. We know it. I've seen many fake PhD degrees have been given. Thesis has been sold in many parts of this country. Getting a certificate, you all will agree that is not a big deal. So hence, I have serious observation. Number two is, we are actually compromising with the security of this country. Say, for example, a Muslim man, I'm not generalizing, but I'm saying, let's say a Muslim man who is a militant, staying in Afghanistan or Pakistan, or let's say Bangladesh, but Bangladesh is quite peaceful these days, so we will not worry much. But let's say from Afghanistan and Pakistan, he is a Muslim man who is a terrorist. Not all Muslims are terrorists, so let me make it very clear so that you don't quote me wrongly. But suppose a terrorist enters, and he has bad motive against this country. He shaves his head, he cleans his beard, he puts a tikka here, he puts a saffron dress, and he says, I'm a Hindu. Allow me to enter your country. I have entered this country before 31st of December 2014. And he has an ID of Pakistan or Afghanistan or Bangladesh. How will you prove? There is no way, because it says you don't have to produce any travel document. Simply say that I have been prosecuted and you have an ID of that country. That's all. And both these are so flimsy that anybody can misuse. I'm worried that through this CAA, we might end up getting influx of terrorists in this country who will leak secret information from this country, pretending to be a Hindu, a Christian, a Sikh, a Jain, or a Buddhist, because they are not allowing Muslims, so we leave them apart. They will say that we have been persecuted, and they will pretend to be one. They will be in the disguise of having these religion and say that I am being prosecuted by Muslim brothers in these three countries, and hence he will be given citizenship. What guarantee is there that he will not leak all the secrets from this country? Because we know how this intel work as far as the terrorist network is concerned. I'm afraid that in this country, which is so, I worry because this country has a very loose kind of, network checkings that is done. You really can't trace each and every one because we are too many of our people. You go to Delhi, you go to Chandni Chowk, you go to, Palika Bazaar, you will not be able to identify who is who. And hence, in a country like ours, where the surveillance is so poor, you are allowing people to come from foreign country and they might be terrorists. And they are compromising our integrity of this country. And I'm worried as a concern. And that's why when I say, send me to the parliament, I want to be the one who will raise all these concerns. CA is one example. There can be N numbers of examples because I do see that in the current dispensation, the secularism is at stake. Because I don't like to see a government who is in the center or in the state trying to patronize a particular religion. This is a free country. I'm born in a country which got independence, and we got our constitution that says that India is a secular democratic republic. That secular is too dear to me. Come what may, I can't compromise with this secularism because this is my identity. I still remember is too dear to me. Come what may, I can't compromise with this secularism because this is my identity. I still remember how Gandhi have said. He said this is a country is for everyone. And if we start, and that's why the difference between us and Pakistan that people have to understand, they got independence one day before us. Look where Pakistan is, simply, and where we are. We have advanced in science and technology, and our reputation as a country is much better, but because we have chosen a line that this country will be inclusive of everyone. Hindu, Sikh, Muslim, Christians, Jain, everybody will have equal right. And hence we have thrived all these years. Suddenly I see that there is a threat. There is a threat perception on our secularism because the dispensation who is running this country seems to be bending towards one particular religion. I don't want to see our country to be Hindi, Hindu, Hindustan. This is what I will always oppose, and that's why I want public to realize that send me to Delhi. I want to say this in front of Modi, in front of Shah, in front of everyone, that don't play around with the constitution because you are going to break the country into pieces if you try to play around with the constitution. As long as constitution is intact, we are all as one country, one citizen. We love our country because we love our constitution. The moment you play around with constitution, I have no doubt whatsoever that this country will break into pieces, and we will, and that's what I'm saying, I will make sure that I will raise my voice. Yes, being independent or being from a smaller party, you may not have much a say as far as the parliament is concerned, but I will be proud enough to say that I raise my concern. You may disagree with my view, but I don't have to come to Mudfront, I don't have to come in front of Secretariat and make halabaloo here. This is where I want to, that because our MP over the years have not really raised our concern. They have never raised in parliament why we are so poor. 52 years of statehood, why we are so backward in every sphere that I have been saying again and again. Every public meeting that I have gone, I have stressed this. There is no answer to why we are still poor, such a tiny state. Few hours you can cross the length and breadth of this state. But we are far, far behind many countries which are 10 times larger than us or 5 times larger than us, which means we have no direction whatsoever. The current state government that is being running the state and also the previous Congress government has never chalked a roadmap for us to really move ahead. And I want to change this. There has to be a paradigm shift. The paradigm shift has to be how we think about politics, how seriously we take it. This is a serious business, and I want to emphasize this again and again and again, maybe if need be 1,000 times. Politics is a serious business, and it has to be done seriously.
So you have expressed concern about CAA. So what is your stand on this long pending demand for ILP, which has gained momentum following the passing of the Citizenship Amendment Act?
Yeah, well, the ILP is an old issue. Actually, I would say this issue would have died had government not given to Manipur in 2020. Simply they promised that you bring us to power, we'll give you ILP. Otherwise, before that, I'm sure none of us were having any doubt that ever we'll get ILP. But now, because they have played politics with ILP, I do see that the NGOs have every right. I think these student bodies has every right to demand, because the central government has played politics. But we know that ILP cannot be given by the state government. It is a matter with the central. And hence, I would say that this is a tricky issue, because we don't want to just jump the bandwagon to say that yes, we want, or yes, we don't want. I don't want to make this statement right now, simply because we have to weigh the pros and cons. Mainly because Meghalaya being a transit state, how will you regulate people coming from Guwahati, going to the southern Assam, or people going to Tripura? How will you control these open channels that we have? In Mizoram, it was easy because it ends there. In Arunachal, it's easy because it ends. But in Manipur and Nagaland, of course, Nagaland has they have given it earlier. But in Manipur, they have played politics. Because they have played politics, this demand for ILP has come up. I would say that I will not jump into conclusion, but I will really measure it and try to take everybody on board to say, let's weigh the pros and cons. Because if it benefits our state, I'm all for it. If it doesn't benefit our state, I'm totally against it. Anything that comes good for our community as Meghalayan, I'm not single out any community. We are all Meghalayan. We are equal citizens of this beautiful state of ours. If it benefits Meghalaya, I'm all for it. If it is not in the interest of Meghalaya, every single rule, every single thing that the government passes from Delhi, I will be the one opposing it. But I will not oppose only for the sake of opposing it. If you give me a chance, I sit in the parliament, I will see what is benefit to us. Because as a smaller state, as a state that is dependent on the center for a lot of developmental activities, we also have to be mindful that unnecessarily we don't raise issues that can unnecessarily, invite the anger of Delhi. We will fight what is the justified cause, but unnecessarily on issues which are flimsy, we will not touch upon, so that we work in harmony, because it is a federal system. There has to be a federal understanding between the state government, the state, and that of the central. I think as long as this is very cohesive, it is very friendly, I think it will benefit the state of Meghalaya, because we need a lot of fund for developmental projects in the state, because we have to really pick up. Our developmental activities has been snail paced. I want that we have to really move faster. In order to move faster, we need money. We don't have money in our state, more so because we are too much into the corrupt practices that half or maybe 2/3 of the money actually is going to somebody else's coffer. Only maybe 1/3 or even less than that is left out for developmental activity. And that's why I have gone to villages across nooks and corners of all these 7 districts, and even in Garo Hills, scenario is the same. That our roads, 5 kilometers across the city you travel, you will know what is the scenario. Street lights, the question of street light doesn't even arise, because there is no street light in the state. All the ministers, all the MLAs and the MPs, they have been traveling in India, across the country and also abroad. They have seen how street light works there. I have stayed myself in America for almost 18 months. I have seen how it works, because there you don't care about from where water is coming. You don't care from where gas is coming. I stayed almost 18 months in a place called Milwaukee, which is 2 hours from Chicago. There is snowfall almost 8 months. Not a single day light went off. Here, simple lightning, you will see that how the city lightning is, the light is gone. Which means we don't have a robust system in place. And that's why I'm saying it actually burdens my shoulder a little bit when I look around, that too many things are actually needs to be rectified. From where we will start itself will become a big challenge. But yes, since we have taken this risk, we take it, and we take it head on. There's no way that we will be able to ever shy away from facing. The only thing is, we have to tell Delhi that, see, we are a poor state. We need money. We need your support. Don't antagonize with us. We are a small community. You don't have to worry about a small community like us, say Khasi, Bynta or Garo who are in the Meghalaya. We are a tiny community. We love our religion. We love to practice what is granted in our constitution. Why do you worry? I always say for example, I give you a very interesting example.